I actually almost didn't start my business. Not because I didn't want to, not because I didn't have the gear, but it was something else entirely. I knew what I was doing and where I wanted to go. Even at this time, I was shooting and doing wedding videography and photography. But then I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and then my family sat me down and they told me right before I was about to turn 21 that my insurance was about to expire. So I got left in this moment of thinking, what the heck am I going to do? I mean, if you already know, insurance was pretty expensive to have to pay out of pocket. Like heck, the insurance was as much as some people's rent, if you want me to be honest. So when my family told me that, I didn't know where I was going. But this is a story of what happened next. Here's the thing about type 1 diabetes. It doesn't necessarily end your life, but it changes what your life has to account for. Insulin isn't optional, like I have to have it to survive. It's not one of those things of if I run out of insulin 1 month, that I can just wait till the next month. It's like, no, I have to have it to live and to survive. So when my family told me that my insurance was gonna cut out when I was 21, what I really heard was, they pretty much told me that I have to go find a place and find somewhere that was gonna be able to help supply me with healthcare, insurance, or enough money to be able to pay for my insulin every month just to live. And during this season, around when I was 20 years old, I was trying to navigate this whole wedding scene. I thought that I was going to really be doing wedding photography, wedding videography, and maybe even evolve into something else. But the thing about it is that weddings are really inconsistent. You don't really know when they're going to come around. Sometimes you have to wait a year before you even get a client to even film. And that's the whole deal. You can't walk into a pharmacy with a maybe. I had to have something that was going to be consistent. And I'm not going to lie, I got really down on myself that I just came out of losing my scholarship to play football, getting diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, coming to the camera, and then it felt like even that wasn't going to be the outlet. It felt like there was trial after trial, like what's next? I had no clue where I was going or what I was supposed to be doing. And I'm not going to lie, during this time of my life, I prayed a lot. And the Lord opened up doors for me to be able to have a job that paid for my insulin. But honestly, that's where most people would stop the story. You got the job, you got the place that was going to be able to pay for your insulin. So what? You're good now. But honestly, that's not where it ends. Because once the insulin was covered, I had a choice. I chose to look at these things that God has put in my path as a bridge. I knew that Christ had given me a gift. He gave me a tool set. And I knew that he wanted me to use it to glorify him. So of course I knew there's no way, Lord, that you redirected me from college, gave me this camera, and you were going to take this camera from me. But no, he was teaching me lessons to persevere. Here's what no one tells you about starting a media production company outside of a day job that's keeping you alive. You think you're going to gain traction fast. You think that the work's going to speak for itself. You think the clients are just going to find you, thinking if you just build the work that they'll come. You think that every project, no matter how big or small, is going to lead to the next one. You think that your portfolio is going to be the thing that convinces people that you're worthy and that you're worth it. Well, honestly, I thought all of that. And I was also wrong about all of that. Building an audience takes time, not weeks, not months, years. And building an audience takes a lot more time than building clientele. Because clientele, well, that costs money. And building an audience, that's free. The first year that I actually created my production company, I started telling everyone. I was blasting social media, telling all my friends, telling my family, share this post, posting this thing, trying to get everyone to share it, to follow my Facebook page, to check out my website. I did it all. And honestly, the response was crickets, silence. But here's the thing that I didn't really understand when I was 20 that I actually understand now. This whole process is like sculpting. Hear me out. When you start carving a block of stone, it doesn't really look like anything. It just looks like a hot mess. It just looks like a stone. And for a long time, it kind of looks uglier than when it started. And you would actually think that the stone looked better than what it looked like when you started chipping. The thing about it is you don't really understand it until the sculpture is close to being finished. Then you actually see what mattered. you actually really understand the process. And honestly, it's only now that I can actually see the pieces that were chipped off and that were left to what it is now. It took that long. I thought it was all really about the framing, the gear, the storytelling, all of these things. And I'm not gonna lie, those things do matter, but doing that kind of work is about 40% of running a company. And the other 60%, well, that's everything else around it. The other 60% is like writing pitches, having discovery calls, doing research, late nights. It's a lot more involved. It's about deciding which clients to take and which ones to turn down. It's about which projects to even onboard and which ones that you need to turn down where you can focus on your family. You see, I thought that being a good filmmaker was going to be all that was required to run a business, but that's not really true. Being a good filmmaker gets you in the door, but running a business well is what keeps the doors open. And then here's the other thing I didn't really expect. Clients who hire you in the first year of your filmmaking journey aren't necessarily going to be the clients that are going to be there on year 3. The work will change constantly. You'll get new clients, new people, new relationships, new everything. You change, the work changes, and the businesses change all around you. And I'm not claiming to have it solved by any means. I'm just kind of telling you from my perspective. If I can go back to the 20-year-old me and to give him some advice of where I am now in life, I would probably tell him these 3 things. I'd probably definitely say, for the first one, don't be afraid. I see that so much in life, that people are so afraid of the unknown or afraid of what tomorrow has to offer. And I felt like I operated in a lot of fear early on in my journey. But when I really sit back and I think about it, I am reminded in God's word that He says that He didn't give us a spirit of fear, but one of love, power, and a sound mind. So that would be the first bit of advice, is don't be afraid. And don't be afraid to make the leap. Don't be afraid of a diagnosis. Just keep following God and following the Lord and honoring Him, and He's going to guide your steps. And I feel like that was a piece I was missing a lot early on. And honestly, this second one is a little bit more practical than the first. I would say don't worry about the gear and the things that you have to invest monetarily, but I'd say study and focus more about storytelling. What's the point of having $5,000 budgeting gear but not being able to use it and tell a good story? And honestly, the third one, I would say I wish I could go back and document and take a leap to build a personal brand, to showcase my journey and where I'm going and what I'm trying to do. So the question is, where am I headed? And honestly, I really couldn't tell you, because I have no idea. My life's changed so fast, so many times. And so I'm just starting to learn to live by a philosophy of a no plan, and just to let God guide my steps. And I just want to honor and glorify Him in every space that I'm in. And I know that through that, He'll give me exactly what I need at the appointed time. So for now, I just want to create. I just want to showcase my life, help people through things that they've been through in their lives by just coming on and sharing my heart and sharing my experience to help people be better believers, to help people be better filmmakers. So yeah, I don't really know where I'm going, but I just know I just want to be obedient today. So honestly, that's the whole plan. I know plan. We're like me when I was 20 and you find yourself not knowing where to go. I just say, don't be afraid. Just take the leap. I'm rooting for you.